Hey, this is Michael J. Flores and another Mythic video. Bant Colors Mythic. Probably the last video I'm going to do on this particular deck. This match was from last week again, same set. We're going to keep this hand. It's 3 lands, 4 spells. Now 4 lands. It's actually kind of atrocious. I don't know what I was thinking keeping it, because against like a beatdown deck we would lose 100% of the time. But I guess it's one of those hands that you speculate on because it's lands and spells. And speaking of speculation, there's a Bird of Paradise. My opponent's only played Plains. It's probably not going to go anywhere. So hella getting rewarded for making speculative plays. I mean, at least I can't cast the Jace the Mind Sculptor that I drew here. I mean, that would just be really, really reinforcing bad behavior. But, at least I can't cast that yet. My opponent's swinging with an Ondu Cleric that's been enhanced by a combination of Basilisk Collar and Honor of the Pure. So, I mean, he's obviously on allies. What else could he possibly be on? Just want to mana leak whatever. And Tailless Paladin's certainly worth mana leaking. He can get us in for another 2. I'm not really scared about the lifelink here. And then Ho-Ho. 6th mana. Primeval Titan cures all ill. We're going to get a couple of blue lands, and all of a sudden we're going to be able to cast whatever we want. Feeling pretty good. I don't know if there's anything in an allies deck that's as good as Primeval Titan. He makes another Tailless Paladin. Obviously this guy's got Basilisk Collar, so we're not going to block. Ooh, and another Ondu Cleric. It's just a bunch of cards that are not as good as Primeval Titan. Although, in concert, they are very powerful. Can't really discount how good like Kabira, Evangel, and then a bunch of other allies can be, unless you have Gideon Jura setting them up. So obviously we can't attack with Primeval Titan here, but the combination of Gideon Jura and Primeval Titan is going to allow us to basically the Abyss one of his allies every turn. And by every turn, I mean for however long we want to keep up this charade. Obviously his guys are all tapped. Now we're going to crush in with Primeval Titan and get DI additional cards. How disgusting is it that we don't even play Jace the Mind Sculptor here. We're just going to play another Primeval Titan. Getting 2 more lands, and Gideon's just going to play the Abyss again. We make a move on the big guy, but he's got Brave the Elements. That kind of stinks, but we're still way ahead. He's only got 1 card in hand. He's going to go ahead and pack to the 3rd Titan. So this opener doesn't look like much. We've got a Mono Leak, but his deck isn't particularly fast, so Mono Leaking basically anything. It's going to buy some time. Then we've got an Explorer, so it's going to dig us into some gas. I guess Kazandu Blademaster is about the worst thing that he can do to us on the 2nd turn. And we don't have any resistance yet, so it's actually fairly relevant. And it's not like I'm terrified of an Ondu Cleric here. I'm just going to Mono Leak it because it's going to keep the Blademaster under 3/3. We're going to get bashed. Untap, explore. We're going to sack land before we explore to just thin out a land. And sideboarded Baneslayer Angel. So Baneslayer Angel, Kazandu Blademaster. Not a fair fight at this stage. But Ho-Ho, Stoneforge Mystic for Basilisk Collar, and then Squadron Hawk. It's like, I don't even know how many cards he drew that turn, like probably 100 or something. And yet he only has 6 cards in hand. So we make the predictable follow-up with Baneslayer Angel. Hopefully he doesn't kill us. We're at 14. He's going to slap the collar onto his Blademaster, swing in. We're obviously not going to put our beautiful Baneslayer Angel in front of his Kazandu Blademaster, which will just kill it. He's going to make some Squadron Hawks. I probably didn't play this Jace optimally. I attack first. I'm going to play the Jace and Brainstorm. I don't know that there's any easy way to protect the Jace, because the Baneslayer Angel is actually more valuable than the Jace on the battlefield right now. So I'm obviously not going to put the Baneslayer Angel in front of the Blademaster. And of course we sack out by brainstorming into like another Jace, Gideon Jura, and Baneslayer Angel, which is possibly the best stuff that we could draw. I'm going to leave the Baneslayer back here and then try to use Gideon Jura for the Abyss. So we're going to make all of his guys attack Gideon and then block with the Baneslayer Angel. But he's got Brave the Elements again. So Brave the Elements is going to make it so the Baneslayer can't block. It's kind of a waste of a turn for me. And then Hot Free Blade is going to pump up his guy. Superficially, this is a trade of Brave the Elements for Gideon Jura. But a Gideon Injury is way better than Brave the Elements, and we missed the life from Baneslayer Angel this turn, so it's not really a straight up trade. We've got more gas coming, but all things equal, he's probably a bit ahead of us right now. Crush in with Baneslayer Angel, go back up to 20, play another Baneslayer Angel. He's got like hella Blade Masters. He's just going to attack with his Blade Masters here and move around the equipment to make life annoying for me. I'm not actually sure if this block is right. My plan right now is to stall into a Day of Judgment and then win with Jace the Mind Sculptor. I'm basically just using the Baneslayer Angel to gain a bunch of life to buffer me when I find the Day of Judgment. I'm certainly not excusing the block. I'm actually not sure if the block was wrong or not. Just saying what my plan was. This is actually a pretty scary attack for me. I'm going to take 11 and lose the Jace. And I'm still on the Day of Judgment plan. I wouldn't normally make this play if I didn't have a backup Primeval Titan. But the fact is I do have a backup Primeval Titan. So I'm going to run out the Lotus Cobra and run out a Primeval Titan. And I know full well that the Primeval Titan's probably going to die soon. And then also go back up to 19 with Baneslayer Angel. Bashes us to 14. What do we draw? Preordain! Ship. What do we get? Just a land. So his Stoneforge Mystic sets up a Sword of Vengeance. Here's an exploitable mistake. His Sword of Vengeance doesn't actually make his second Kazandu Blade Master big enough to rumble with our Primeval Titan, so we get to eat it. Hiya! Ditto on his Squadron Hawk. It's not big enough to rumble with our Baneslayer Angel. So he's all in on damage here. He's got like additional Squadron Hawks in play. All of them. He's down to one card in hand, passes. And what do we draw but Day of Judgment? Comes from Living Well. Versus a tapped out opponent, one card in hand. We're just going to swing in. Whatever happens, happens. We can get lands with the Titan and then get life with the Baneslayer Angel and then cast Day of Judgment. And then that's the concession. Almost makes you want to have 4 Day of Judgments. That was a pretty exciting game. Good ending, huh? Tell me what you think. This has been Michael J. Flores. Thanks.